When COVID struck back in the year 2020, so many people had plans of various things that they needed to do. And so was I through the organization that I was working for by then. And so I created this concept called the Slum Code Green, which had an idea of adapting a balcony so that wherever people are in any part of the world, they could be able to take a portion of the balcony and support the green project, which was planting flowers, planting trees, identifying them, and just getting acquainted with the green world as we make our balconies green. And so we did this for a while. And the great thing about some of these things is you end up discovering that things you do casually, if you end up liking them or falling in love, then they become habitual. They become things that you want to sustain, to be part of. And while at it, there is a lot of advantages. Fast forward and 5 years later, I'm on my balcony working on avocado seedlings. No, it's very easy to be able to go to your house, buy some fruits, and many, if you have seeds, toss them off the junk. And our biggest problem is normally how we manage our waste right from inside the homes. And so, personally, I've discovered that I am a person who would really, really love reusing anything that might be reusable or even stored to be repurposed for a different project. And so one of the things that I actually did this time is obviously my balcony was green at the place where I am. And so having had the avocados, threw them into the soil of some plants that already didn't grow. And I left them in there, forgot about them, only to be surprised a few months later that they actually shooted out and built their roots. I was like, this is amazing. I have three avocado trees just from a seed I could have tossed into the waste basket. Ladies and gentlemen, this is amazing. And I just thought that what lessons am I learning out of this that I'm able to share on the leadership journey and personal development? And so that is what today we are going to talk about in this video, just how everything around you is useful. And so the saying is that life is the greatest teacher to its students because this is a lifetime of lessons. And if you want to leverage, everything around you can definitely teach you. So, welcome back to my channel again. Proud to have you here. Thank you to all returning viewers and all subscribers. We continue to do what we do best, share our lives, experiences, exposures, and what. Because why are we saying that? Life is about experience by exposure. And if you want to learn, there is definitely so much to learn. Even now that technology has brought everything onto our fingertips via the digital era, a mobile phone and data. So, while at it, what happens here? So this time I decided to now separate because they were all three in one small container, and I realized it's time to get some fertilizer and just be able to plant them differently for the future because I know I'm gonna have a farm, and within this space at least I will say these are trees that I basically nurtured from the word go. And so while this happens, what is the whole purpose? You're going to realize that you discover, you explore, and it's very easy to be inspired while you exploit all the different opportunities that are there. There is so much to learn. Remember, we each have 24 hours in our day. We each have 7 days. We each have 30 or 31 days in the month and the 365 days of the 12 months in the year. So the whole point is how do you distribute them to fulfill your personal life's objectives? Yeah? Because life is a journey and every single day there are things that you will do. But one thing I realize is that the normal daily occurrences can help build great habits. And with great habits comes resilience. With resilience comes commitment. With commitments, you get life lessons, even just that you can apply to the different things that you do. Is it academics? Is it profession? Is it a sport? Whatever activity that you do, life basically rotates and gravitates around about the same personal disciplines. And that's where consistency, faith, action, discipline, and committedness comes in. So, what do you learn from the things that you do around you? Because for me, planting these seeds, and I've not just done the avocados, I've also done different plants, and my balcony is basically full. This might not be things that you are passionate about. You could not be into botany or a farmer or agriculturalist, but this is just life that is around you. So you have space, you have soil, you have sand, you have water, you have seedlings. Why not just spare time every day in your organized way and have 10, 5, or even 15 minutes just for plants, just for something that you could build passion and purpose out of? And trust me, while you do this, there is a lot of lessons to learn. Because if you are open to your schedule, you will realize that you do a little bit of research. You have to check things out. How does this happen? How does that happen? And while at it, you're increasing your awareness. You're building up a knowledge base on many different things. And whatever it is that you learn, you always turn back and apply it onto your own life because lessons are all around us. And that is the experience that we all get as we continue to become older. Hopefully, we become wiser, and with wisdom, we increase our intergenerational wealth and capacity to even build and create more wealth. Why am I saying this? Life takes us through doldrums, and the windfalls that strike sometimes might leave you not quite clearly following your purpose or your passion. But who knows? While you do some of these basic daily routines, you could just find your purpose. You could just find what you want to do in your sunset years. You could just discover a way of making money through products directly or through leverage. But you have to keep learning. And this for me is what has been very, very exciting. And I know of late I've built a real desire for just wanting to farm, get into this business, and just become the local sustainability farmer that I need to be. And that's a story for another time because it's coming. So while at all this you discover that so much happens out there, when you do your research, then you realize that people have been there before. That right now you can identify a plant from a simple photo because apps will do it. And I've posted some of these apps as you can see right here. So you learn and you even know which fruit, which seedling, which flower does best under what conditions. All these are life hacks that we all need to be able to enjoy our environment. Because many times we are locked up in one place and we think our life rotates and ends there. Yet a whole entire new experience awaits you in a new space. But because of the daily hustles and bustles of life, you might not be aware. But, ladies and gentlemen, our environment offers greater and greater and greater opportunities. And so, while you do your research and you discover that you have all these apps that can help you, what does that mean to you? The AI apps comes with technology and innovation. The mobile device is such a useful piece of architecture that defines your life right under your hands. And you can make a difference with so many things that you reuse. Your knowledge increases, just like I said, because every single day things happen around you that help you to make decisions. And when you make great decisions, who knows? You could want to diversify. And when you want to diversify, you're full of knowledge on the various things that you never thought you could do. And this will ultimately probably even inform your investment choices for the future. Why would one do coffee? Why would another do mangoes? Why would somebody go into fish farming? Another one would do cows. All these things are informed not just by the profits, but the purpose as to why you do live and do what you want to do. So we can all go green. We can all make our societies better places, cleaner breathing air, unpolluted, and amazingly attractive. Because green spaces are just that. They make life totally sustainable, even just for our own health, wealth, and peace of mind. And so, ladies and gentlemen, what are you doing around you? What are you doing with the seeds, beans, maize? Can you just do it? It doesn't have to be commercial. It doesn't have to feed you. But trust me, when you follow the process of planting, maintaining, growing, there's a lot that happens in your life as you build these cultures and as you build these routines. And so that's what I wanted to talk about, that you realize it is possible to water your life into greatness, into growth, and into sustainability. You have time every day, use that time to do something beneficial, not just to you, the people around you, but the ecosystem that exists within us. If we each made our balconies green, trust me, even the area around would feel amazing. And that is what we can all do. So here is my balcony. Enjoy it and show me your balcony. Let's see what you've done. Every single day you come to your door, before going out or going in, this is what you experience. We all want to make it happen. We all can make it happen. So enjoy your day, go green, love your environment, just be a sustainable person. And the next time you find a seed, think about how to convert it into an amazing plant. And trust me, we will all plant something and be part of making the earth an amazing, sustainable, green ecosystem. Not just for you, but for everything that exists under the sun. Take care. Bye bye. It was a pleasure being here. Remember, personal development, personal leadership is that very personal. Apply life's principles and hacks every day through the experiences that you get. See you in the shamba. Let's get farming. Cheers.